Hey everyone, welcome back to the Analytical Coding. In today's Time Intelligence Function Series Part 2 video, we will explore 6 very important DAX functions that help us analyze data over specific time boundaries like start or end of a month, quarter, or year. So, before getting into the functions, let us have a look at the dataset we are going to deal with. So, here we are having a table where we have 3 products and we can see how much stock comes into the warehouse, that is stock in, and how much stock goes out, that is stock out column, and total stock we are having on a particular day, that is stock level. And in this manner we have data for all days of 2024. So let us see the connection between this particular table and the date table we are having, that is Calato. We have marked this Calato table as the date table, right? So we have provided a relationship between these two tables, and I have explained how to mark a table as a date table in my previous video. I will add the link in the description. And getting into the functions, first one is start of month. That is, this function returns the first date of the month in the current context for the specified column of dates. So here this function takes one argument, that is a column containing the dates, and it returns a single column and single row table containing the first date of the month. So let us see an example to understand this clearly, right? So here I have created a measure. So here I am calculating the sum of stock level, and here I have given the filter as start of month for the date column. And this particular start of month function returns the first date. That is, if I add this particular function in this case, so for January it returns 1st Jan, and for February it returns 1st Feb. And when I include this function in the filters argument of calculate, so this calculate function calculates the sum of stock level on 1st Jan. That is when I add it here in the Jan category. And it returns the 1st Feb when I add it near the Feb category. So in this way, this calculate function calculates the stock level on the first day of each month. So whenever I add this particular measure into our table, so you can see this shows the month start stock, right? So in this way, we can see for Dow soap and Parle-G biscuits, Tata Salt, that is 20, 25 and 59. So which is the stock at the 1st of January? So in this way, start of month works. This function returns the first date of the month in the current context. And similarly, we are having the end of month function. So this end of month function returns the last date of the month in the current context. So here this function takes the dates argument, that is a column containing the dates, and returns the last date of the month in the table format. And here I have created a measure. So again here I am calculating the end of month for the date, which returns the last date of a month, and then I am calculating the sum of stock level on that day. So using this calculate function, and whenever I add this measure into this table, you can see it is showing the month end stock, that is for January. The stock for a product on that last date will be shown in this month end stock because we have used this end of month, right? So when I go to the table view, you can see on 31st January we are having for Dow soap 109, right? So 109, 80 and 1. So when I go back here, you can see 109, 80 and 1 for 3 products on Jan, because this returns the stock at 31st Jan because of the end of the month usage in this particular calculation. Similarly, we are having this start of quarter function. So this start of quarter function returns the first date of the quarter in the current context. So similarly, it takes the dates argument, which is the column containing the dates, and returns a table with first date of that quarter. So in year we are having 4 quarters, right? So the quarter one is Jan, Feb and March. This start of quarter function returns the first date in that quarter. That means 1st Jan is the start date for quarter 1, and for quarter 2 1st April is the start date. So whenever we use this function inside our measure, so here I have created a measure where I am calculating the stock level on particular date using the start of quarter. Okay. Now let us add this measure into our table. So whenever I add this measure, so here you can see as we have discussed for quarter 1, so it displays the start date, that is the stock we are having on 1st Jan 2024 for all the months in the quarter 1, that is for January, February and March. It displays the stock on 1st Jan, and for next 3 months, that is for quarter 2, it displays the stock we are having on the 1st April. So in this way, this start of quarter function returns the first date of the quarter, and in this measure we are calculating the stock level. This displays the stock we are having on the start of the quarter. And similarly, we are having the end of quarter. So this end of quarter will return the last date of the quarter in the current context. So it takes the dates argument and returns the table with last date of the quarter. So for quarter 1, the last date is 31st March. Right? So in this way, this end of quarter returns the last date of the quarter. And in the example, I have created a measure for calculating the stock level on end of the quarter, that is last day of the quarter. So whenever I add this particular end of quarter into this table, so here you can see, so for Jan, Feb and March. So for March, this stock at month end is 395, 134 and 227, right? So this is the month end stock, that means 31st March 2024. And even the quarter end for the quarter 1 is 31st March. So this particular quarter end stock return this month end stock of March for each and every month of quarter 1, that is Jan, Feb and March. You can see that clearly, right? 395, 134 and 227. So in this way, we can see the stock we are having on the starting of the quarter and stock we are having at the ending of the quarter. And similarly, we are having start of year. So this start of year function takes 2 arguments. One is date and second one is optional one, which is year end date. So dates is similar, that is a column containing dates, whereas year end date. So here we can provide the last date which we have to consider as year end. That is by default 31st December is the year end. But if we want to provide any other date like 31st March as year end, then we can provide in this optional argument. Okay, this function returns a table with the first date of the year. So here I have created a similar measure where we are calculating the stock level on the start of the year. So this start of the year returns the first date of that year. So here we are having 1st Jan 2024 is the first date of our year. So on 1st Jan we are having 20, 25 and 59. So this particular stock is displayed for each month when I add this measure into this table. So let's see that. So you can see 20, 25 and 59 is displayed for every month because this is the starting stock we are having in that year, right? Similarly, we have end of year, right? So this end of year returns a table with the last date of the year. So here we are having 31st December 2024. This is the last date. But I have created a measure where I have given the 31st March 2025 as the year end date. Now let us add this measure into our table. So whenever I add this measure, you can see year end stock is 395, 134 and 227, which is March month end stock, right? 395, 134, 227. That means here we have given 31st March as year end date. So this March belongs to the financial year, that is 2023 to 2024. So the last date stock is this 395, 134 and 227, and that is why this particular stock is being displayed for January, February and March. But coming to April and remaining months, you can see it is blank because we do not have any data for this stock on 31st March 2025. So that is why It is displaying the blank for year-end stock measure for the remaining months, that is from April 2024 to December 2024. But whenever I use this same measure and I have given the default one, that is 31st December as a month end. So then here you can see, we can see 395, 134, 227, that is March stock. And whenever I click on enter, you can see here it is displaying 1234, 700 and 878, which is the month end stock of December. That means 31st December stock we are having is displayed for year end stock for each month. So this is all about the functions we have discussed. So if you found this video helpful, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.